Hi guys, how many of you fellas really believe that Britain First deserved to be sent to jail for shouting dirty m-b through the letterbox of a bailed gang rapist? Yeah, in Kent there were 4 accused gang rapists who happened to be of a certain ideology. One of them was an asylum seeker, supposedly here as a guest. One of them was a child refugee. You know, one of these child refugees that has to shave twice daily to avoid getting a beard. He was about 19. He was in actual fact. How many of you really believe that these guys deserve to be thrown in jail next to the very paedophiles, gang rapists and drug dealers that they've been campaigning against? And what the hell were 4 violent rapists, now convicted rapists, of a 16-year-old girl, possibly an innocent girl, because this is who these people go for. They're obsessed with innocence and virginity, and why do you think they mutilate all their little girls with razor blades? FGM. Have a look at that. I don't want to go straight into that right now, but have a look at it. It's brutal, and they're doing it all over the USA, UK and Canada. How many of you guys really think this couple, deserve to be thrown in jail for, like, what was it, several months, amongst jails that are 30-40% riddled with criminal looters, rioters, paedophiles, convicted drugs dealers, the very people that they're trying to show us in the papers and on the media? I don't think many really deserve it, except those from that ideology who they are targeting, because in their ideology, you see, they're allowed to do this because their women are seen as being quite virtuous. They cover their hair, they cover their skin. They're virtuous women. They deserve some consideration. But our women, well, Western women, people not belonging to this ideology are, quote, their holy book, just like whores. That's what it says in their holy book about all Western women. Doesn't matter if they're married, doesn't matter if they're rich, doesn't matter if they're school teachers, doesn't matter if they're whatever, it does not matter. All our women are whores in their holy book and their scriptures. Yes, here we are. London grooming gangs exposed. They were using Romeos to pick up young girls, promising them free entertainment and what have you, and impressing them with, you know, cars and what have you, and gifts and free food. And it's all over London. Of course, the jewel in the crown, London, has been riddled with rape gangs for donkey's years. Some of you guys won't know the geography of it, but where Tommy Robinson comes from, Luton, is just, for instance, if London was this H, if London was a big H there, Luton is just there, just on the outskirts of London. And as Tommy Robinson said, there's 25 to 30 mosques now, all financed with Saudi Wahhabi money. These are the people that really believe in their hearts. They believe that Islam should rule the entire globe. And thanks to Merkel, it's looking like it's going to rule Europe in about 30 or 40 years, because they're outbreeding us 4-1. Yes, but as we see, the police commissioner for England and Wales has told us that grooming gangs are not just up north, and not just in Birmingham, and not just wherever, they're all over the country. So this is more or less the first case. This is more or less the first case to come out, but there are dozens and dozens of cases hidden. Scores of cases are hidden in London to keep the reputation of a London clean. It's undoubtable, and all this has come out just round about the time of Britain First getting jailed. Isn't that strange? Isn't that a strange coincidence? After it's been denied for decades, it all comes out when Jada Franson are jailed. But as we know, Tommy Robinson saw his 13-year-old second cousin gang raped in Luton around about 10 years ago. He mentions it at his Oxford address. Don't you think this is strange? But all these people from this ideology are supposed to be so beautiful and pleasant and gentle and their prophet was such a lovely individual. Everybody loved him, but perhaps not his victims. I don't think his victims loved him. You know, the hundreds and thousands of people that were slewed on the Arabian Peninsula, the youngsters he attacked. I don't think they thought he was such a nice person, this 55-year-old that used to go with kids. Do you? And I don't believe a word of it. I don't believe a word of the CPS or any of them. I think it was a blatant setup because Theresa May was angered by the fact the President of the United States had retweeted 3 of her basically perfectly true tweets that gays are killed regularly by ISIS. It doesn't matter if they're disabled, it doesn't matter if they really are gay. Suspected gays are killed by ISIS, and in 75 Islamic countries. In 75 Islamic countries, they are either gays or suspected gays or lesbians are killed or sent to jail from between 6-7 years and life imprisonment just for being believed to be gay. And as we know, the behaviour of some of these migrants, being told they're the best of people, the superior race, the behaviour of some of them, as the grooming gang show, is absolutely despicable. It's absolutely atrocious. Not saying all of them, some of them are quite good. You get with women, they get married, they're probably okay. But the single, hormone-riddled, average Islamic guy is encouraged to attack non-Muslim women in their Quran. They're encouraged to rob us, to loot us, to thieve us, and yes, they can take our women, because our women, compared to their women, are very lowly and insignificant. They are the best of people, the masters of the world. We are all kuffar scum. That's what it says in their book. Okay, see you guys.